Hey everybody, how's everyone doing tonight? We are back, and it is another lovely Sunday night. Did anybody else get inconvenienced by snow? Of course, that was pretty awful, right? It was bad snow too, but I digress. How's everyone been? How's everyone's weekend going? I got some more 3D printing done before we get started. I'll do my little things. I printed up a little cigar tube film holder. Holds 3 little rolls of 120 film. Once again, in, that real cute purple I have that clearly is my favorite color. But more importantly, I also printed up these. We're past that part in the game in both of my playthroughs, but I thought they were neat. I saw them on Thingiverse and I had to print them up. But that's about it for my 3D printing roundup for the day. Let's move on to the game. We're back at Resident Evil Director's Cut. Last time, we got all the way through the mansion. All the way through the dormitory. Beat Yawn. We beat the shark. We beat the plant. We beat another plant. Hey, Oil Hugo, how's it go? Every time I for some reason want to say it is Oil, I'm sorry. How are you? How's your day going? But we beat all of them. We're back into it. We're getting ready to go underground. We're getting ready to go do the whole second half of the game. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. Got more of that gold star Resident Evil Director's Cut music here. What do we need? We don't need that. What do we have? Alright. I think we're in shotgun territory. And I don't... remember if I, Worst comes to worst, we'll come back for it. I can't remember if we actually, I don't remember if we dropped off the, we turned the water back off. I think we turned the water off. Because I think I just ran up here to save. And to dump that stuff off. That inventory's about to get real tight real quick. How's the volume for everything, Hugo? Everything sound alright? Am I coming through clear and whatnot? Oh goody, I turned the water off. That would have been mildly embarrassing. But let's descend into a cave. Alright, let's start with the room we're in. We got a typewriter and a hole. The hole is not doing me any favors. Thanks. Everything's come across good. Because this isn't run through my computer per se, the audio is a little loud on my end. Oh no. Thanks, buddy. How are you doing tonight? I'm currently getting murdered by hunters. If I'm oh no. I'm gonna apologize because I am really bad at trying to figure out some usernames. So, Sesdone, I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing your name. How have you been? How's your weekend going? And I wanted to heal. You get hit with that bad snowstorm up this way? 'Cause I know, I think you said you were on the East Coast as well. Yeah, relax is a, I didn't think about hunters. The shotgun's not good for hunters in this game. It's great for the original, or for the remake rather. For the original, the shotgun is not really that formidable for them, especially if there's more than one. Oh, you have a restaurant? Sweet. What kind of restaurant? And I'm glad it's reopening. Where? I can imagine it's, the temperature has not been playing around lately. Okay, and did I have the crank already? Ooh, a wine bar. Nice. I might have had the crank already. Y'all, auspicious start, because Enrico's already dead, so I might have already had the crank and just put it in the box. I'm sorry. Ouch, minus 37. Oh no, no thank you. I primarily work outside, and minus 37 makes me literally fearful. Like, I feel that, like, in here. Hey, thanks, sorry, my screen's really small for the OBS, thank you, OGM, for the, follow. Thank you, I appreciate it. Once again, there's a non-zero chance I'll butcher anybody's username, my bad. But thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. You're the best. Actually, that name's familiar. No, I don't want the ink ribbon. For once, I don't want the ink ribbon. We're gonna need to investigate this here crank, because I'm gonna feel real stupid if it's the one we were looking for. What? This seems like it might be a little embarrassing. I kind of am confused right now. I don't really know, I'm not 100% sure where the, other crank is. Like, or off to just fire start. I just got past the, caves on the remake on my, weekday streams, and I gotta wonder, like, am I just confusing this all together? Am I just conflating them? Huh. So, in lieu of that, I regale y'all with, went with a buddy of mine to a donut place today. And so it's like, I don't eat many fancy donuts. I like them, but I don't really get around to going to many fancy donut places. We went to this place today, and oh my, they were so good. Like, we got okay, I got to assume I have the right crank. But I didn't see another one in the inventory. I'll clip this all out later and make a super cut of me just being confused. But we went and got these donuts this morning, and ooh, man. Like, I just had one a little bit ago after they'd been sitting for a little while, because I didn't eat all of the ones I bought. And it was a Fruity Pebble donut. Oh my god. Like, I had one earlier, it was a French toast donut. They were so good. Okay, I'm stupid. That's how that works. I'm stupid. I didn't think I went into the cave at all last time. That's my bad. Realistically, I should be watching my replays right beforehand, both for my little recap I'm doing in the beginning and for this here to make sure I'm not confused. But there are only 24 hours in a day. And I had donuts to get. Like, but those, they were so good. Like, support small businesses, go to your local, like, bakeries and stuff. Like, so how do we think this is gonna go for me? Like, realistically, how likely am I to get crushed by this boulder? Don't get sassy with me, Joe. Like, how this is gonna happen? Like, here it goes. Let's do some Temple of Doom shit. I was so worried I was gonna botch that. That's what I thought. I 100% thought I was I 100% thought I was gonna get crushed. Like oh no. "100% thought I was gonna get bodied by that boulder." Like, it would not have ended well. But we are through the boulder. I have been lightly damaged, and we now have a boss fight. It's gonna go well. Who's to say? Just run away from the big-ass spider. That's all you gotta do. No, don't get greedy, Joe. Or don't run directly at the spider, either. Woohoo! That looked like it was gonna go pear-shaped for a minute. This is the director's cut, so I don't think all of it's the original music. I think some of it's the really bad director's cut music. Come spiders. Fall into my spiral of doom. There we go. Oh, I'm almost dying. Great. Don't worry. Nothing is fucked here. They put way too many webs on the door here. Like 3 I get. That was way too many. But it's all good. We made it to an item box room. after this gets wrapped up, I think we're gonna do, Chris, I think I'm actually gonna play it on arrange mode rather than, vanilla. Because this is me playing on the, vanilla mode. I think only some of the music swapped out for this. So I think we're gonna do that for the next little run of this. And what else do I want? I think we're still good item-wise. Well, I gotta heal, but I think we're good item-wise. But yeah, we're making our way downtown. And you know what? I think I earned a save. I do. I think I earned that one. Because who did none of that go well for me? The boulder was the thing I was most worried about, was the boulder, and that went all right. All right. Might as well take this here ink ribbon. And let's run back around the mansion. And do mansion shit. Alright, we're out of the mansion. I don't know why I said mansion. More cave shit. Which involves snakes. Hate the snakes. Hate the snakes. I hate Jake the Snake. I hate all of it. Just not going. I'm sure this boulder is going to stay put while I rotate this room. Like I said the other day, like, I have no idea how the physical mechanism for this would even work. Like, it's insane. You'd have to... The amount of stone this is turning. It's just like, hey, got more dollars than cents? Build a rotating cave. So we're gonna get this boulder out of the way quick. Come on. Yes. Whew. Clearly undead magic. Like, that's the only way that can be done. But through rotating an entire room in a cave and running away from boulders that for some reason are here. Like, do they have to reset the boulders every time? One of them punched through a wall to give us further. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. Like, imagine having to, like, well, like, imagine the day you wake up late, not even having to do it regularly. The day where you're, like, running 10 minutes behind. It's not enough to, like, really screw you over. It's just enough to make you have to hurry. Like, just imagine that day where you, like, roll out of bed a little too late, or you didn't catch the, however you get to work here. Like, I assume there's some sort of shuttle service from a parking lot in town. And you just have to, like, crap. I need my sword key. I need my dog's head thing. The night shift just has to replace everything that day shift tripped. Also, like, at a certain point, it's like, well, I spend about 4 hours working in my lab, and I spend 6 navigating the traps and puzzles in the mansion to get to my lab. Because speaking of which, after navigating all of that bullshittery, we're on our way to the lab. Can you imagine, like, if you work with people every day and you just go, like, you accidentally trip one of the traps? Like, you trip a trap, it goes off or rolls or whatever horrible nightmare it is. And it's like, oh no, Jerry in logistics is going to be pissed. Ain't he your brother-in-law? Yeah, he's going to tell my sister and it's going to be a whole fucking nightmare. Like, like that would be such a pain. Like, working at all in Raccoon City would be such a pain. Like, just imagine if you had, like, a meeting with like, Birkin, and you had to navigate the sewers. Yeah, like, how many lead scientists got killed on their way to work is a good question. Like, how many uncaffeinated scientists did it take to just kind of be like, no, that ball moves too quick, we need to slow it down a little bit? Like, I know there's probably some dumb lore explanation for all of this. I'm not super interested in the dumb lore explanation for all of this. But, like, can you imagine that? Like, oh, what happened to Bill? He wasn't faster than the boulder. Like, how does science happen at that point? Alright, we got some new places with locked doors that are tightly locked. None of that loosey-goosey, flimsy lock bullshit. And there's a plate to the right-hand side telling me that it'll open in an emergency. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're actually on the track for the good ending and all, too. So, we're doing pretty cash money. We're gonna drop that off. We're gonna grab us the other Mo disc and a health item of some variety. Oh no! Give me 1 second. I just realized I did not mute my watch and I do not want it to go off. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Like, there's one dude who's, like, an actual piano player who happens to also be a scientist, and he's just like, I don't know, like, they always get me to do that one. Like, and then that dude gets killed by, like, the dumbass boulder puzzle, or the, like, the shotgun puzzle. Which, why does... The shotgun puzzle existing in its own right is kind of, like, dumb. Because assuming, like, it's an emergency if you need a firearm. Like, oh, the shotguns need it? Well, I guess we'll just, hope you have the broken one with you. Hope you remembered to grab that from requisitions this morning. Wasted a bullet I didn't need to. Okay, I can't be the only one hearing this music. Like, what the what? Like, why is there another fart horn? Like... Oh no! I mean, it was Bill. Emphasis on the was. Bill is no longer. So, I don't know how, like, legitimate it is, but supposedly the naked zombies, like the 4 I just shot, are stronger than normal zombies. They supposedly do more damage. I'm not really into, like, the metagame stuff, so, like, I don't know for sure. But, like, if that's the case, of all the zombies in this damn game to grab me, I picked a good one. Don't root for Bill. We gotta root for our girl, Jill. Alright, we got puzzle here. Something is written on the picture. It looks like a bunch of squiggly lines to me, but what do I know? Oh god, I didn't want to... No, Resident Evil, I swear. I wanted this plant to heal my, pains from Bill. But we got a letter here that'll help explain it. Researcher's letter. Dear Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive. Just as I expected, I feel like going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected, and I hope you never will be. In case you're the last left, take the material in the visual data room and go to the power room to operate the trigger system before you escape, and make all of this public through the media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with my name from the terminal in the small lab and enter the password. The password is your name. To unlock the door at B2, where the visual data room is located, you'll need access with our first names and then enter another password. I've written the code below. I'm sure you'll understand it easily. And this is my last hope. If you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. Password. Rune, 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 rune. Yours, Jean. I knew it wasn't Bill, but I had that, as soon as I saw your comment, I was like, I had that moment of hope where it said Bill. We're gonna go ahead and say it's Bill. Like, that'll be just our little, like, joke there. I'm actually gonna need to write this down for a second. So we got X with M features. We got Diamond Rune. We got backwards 1, and then just a capital M. Alright. And I actually do have to do this puzzle because I don't know if I remember the answer correctly. I feel like I don't. Like, I'm fairly confident I do. There's a switch here. Will you push it? Alright, and let's go look at our naked people. Would have helped if I looked at this beforehand. Okay, no, I suddenly remember what the answer is. So, the first one, that M with the X in the middle, is M. The diamond with the tails is O. The 1 is L, and the normal looking M is E. I just remembered the password, so I'm not going to bother turning the lights off and running back and forth like a fool. I'm gonna blame Bill. This is all Bill's fault. And we got 2 other locked doors down here, so let's say we go unlock some shit. Nope. I call it Bill's Revenge. Take that, Bill and Bill's friends. I told you you had to wear pants at work. It is unprofessional. So who's ready for the greatest computer animation ever seen? Because this is a doozy and I love it. I don't think there's anything else of value in this room, so... This computer is used to open the electronic locks. Will you turn it on? I wonder whose computer this is. If you've seen WandaVision, all I can think, it's been Bill all along. So let's enter in. I swear, like, if you... This, I feel like whoever designed this computer terminal... I don't think it's S-shaped, but I think it's got like that weird like 1990s curve that computers used to have. Like, I feel like along the edge there, it's got like that bulge in the front that computers used to have. But I feel like somebody designed this little thing and was like, oh, I don't think we've given enough indication as to who the bad guy is. You're right. Put the logo 10 times in front of them all at once. All right. So our password is mole. I also love the little typing animations. Or, like, I would rock this computer though. Like, I would buy this case. Better than the modern ones where they got like windows and like lights and crap. Like, I'm generally not one to like really like talk down on somebody else's thing. I do not get the rainbow vomit lights in computers nowadays. Like, to each their own, but I do not get it. It's... We got more... Return of the Living Bill. Did I ever put ammo in my shotgun? No. Alright. That's it, I'm not even gonna bother, because they're just gonna regenerate, so we're gonna go up to the visual data room. Which sounds like the least fun corporate thing I can imagine. So, I have all three mode discs with me. What's the chances I actually remember where all three mode discs go? Like, because I'm trying to I'm thinking about it in my head a little bit ahead of like where we actually are, which I'm sure explains why I'm playing as poorly as I am. But I don't remember where all three of them are off the top of my head. Like, I'm sure I'll find them, but like I know where at least two of them are. Umbrella Inc. Bioweapon Materials. Official report. The MA-39 Cerberus. FI-3 Neptune. I killed those. MA-121 Hunters. I killed that. T-002 Tyrant. Not met that yet. We'll get there. Blank Slide. Oh my god, it's 1980s actor, It's only funny if I remember the guy's name. He looks like, the dude from Mighty Ducks. It's supposed to be Wesker, but, like, he looks like the dude from Mighty Ducks. But yeah, oh no, Wesker's betrayed us. Who would have thought the guy in all black and sunglasses who disappeared right away, showed up once in the middle of the game, and has never been heard from again, was the bad guy. It's clearly Duke Nukem. Which, I got a Duke Nukem thing in a second. Bioweapon Research Institute R&D staff. Oh, Bill in the picture, he's, by the way, I'm trying, y'all. It goes slowly. All right, we're gonna have a moment where we're gonna have a little. I'm gonna take my face off the screen for a second. Who do we think Bill is? We know Wesker's all the way there on the side with sunglasses like an asshole indoors. I think Bill's the dude in the glasses and dark hair next to Wesker. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Who's Bill? Like, I'm thinking this dude right here, like in the with the dark hair. Cast your votes in chat while I take a water break. Yeah, that's who I said. Which also, if it is that dude, Bill's looking real sweaty. All right, let's get a move on. There's a panel. Will you open it? All right, I unlocked a thing that does a thing, and I don't know what it is. Oh, right. Lab key. That is a mildly necessary thing. It's a glandular problem. Bill has a glandular problem. We don't point it out. It's rude. It's rude to point that out about your coworkers. He tries. Oh no, I do know where all three of them are. Never mind, because I just remembered where the third one is, and the whole point of unlocking a very specific room. I really like how oh Lord. I was taking a moment to scratch my head, and y'all just could not give me that. Okay. Yeah, I guess like in the little cannon we're building here, Bill does not run well. Great piano player though. Passcode 1. If I remember correctly, these are Bible verses. I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son. Genesis 22:16. Alright, we have some books that we can't deal with. We have a giant poster of a woman, which once again not really workplace appropriate here. An ink ribbon apparently. But cardboard box and poster, nothing useful. Like switch for the air conditioner and a fax. 2. General Manager of Sanitation Division. From Special Committee on Disasters, Raccoon Special Report Department. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. Regarding the T-virus outbreak, which occurred recently, this committee concluded a field survey. According to the survey results, estimates on the amount of damage caused by the accident are considered greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half of the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all of the survivors show symptoms peculiar. That ain't right. Symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information considered by our company to be top secret has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe that some researchers were killed by these subjects, and their bodies were mutilated. By curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research. However, there's also a very high risk that this news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain. However, we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We are especially concerned that the state police and STARS are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. So, like, what was the... Like, the game makes it seem like there was a good bit of time between when the, like, accident and, like, all that occurred and when, like, the mansion and lab fell. Like, there seems to be, like, a big gap between them. I went the wrong way. And that court is not happy about me going the wrong way. We actually need to go to the exact opposite corner of the map. Which, I don't want to check. Alright. Come on, you naked fools. Now we can take this ink ribbon. It's locked from the inside. Yeah. Whew. So the lab key is useless now. That's good, we can get rid of that. I forgot there were zombies in here. But we're at the end of the game for the most part. What do I need from this? But we're gonna throw a quick save on here. Like, Umbrella seems real bad at all of this. Umbrella seems like they're bad at, like, all of the, like, stuff that they do. Which isn't surprising, but... Oh, yep. So, for the uninitiated, Resident Evil is really just item box to item box. I'm convinced that's all Resident Evil ever is. Actually, we got a hell of grenades. Forget bringing the pistol, we're gonna bring a grenade launcher. We're gonna make shit go boom. Explosive rounds. Flame rounds. Yeah, I can pop back here and grab that. But... Alright. Who's ready for some good old-fashioned puzzling? We got a little bit of housekeeping because I think we're on track for the good ending. So, we got a couple things to take care of. This is a different camera angle. Threw me off a little bit. I don't remember this camera angle being in this one. No, Jill, god damn it. Worst part is I think this camera angle makes this puzzle slightly easier. Because the original one is more like from the back. And like you really can't tell too well where you are. Like in relation to other things. But once again, these puzzles ain't exactly hard. Really, you're fighting with the controls mostly. I'm not sure if it was picked up on mic, but I kind of just punched myself in the ear. Or rather, the headphone. Kinda hurt a little. But yeah, none of these puzzles are like particularly difficult. They're mostly just like time consuming. Which is what it is. All you gotta do, if you haven't figured it out already, block these two vents. Don't step on the button. If you do, poison gas will happen. You know, normal laboratory shit. Like, what part of the scientific method involves poison gas coming from the ground? And this place is filthy, like this place is filthy. How are you supposed to keep, like, sterile environments and, like... Like, I couldn't imagine trying to, like, grow a virus in here. At least not one unintentionally. Passcode 2. I surely bless you, and make your desiccants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as the sand on the seashore. Your desiccant... I read the first one as desiccants accidentally, and then realized it was descendants and decided it was funnier if I just kept going. The second one I intended to read correctly and still said desiccants. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of your enemies. Y'all, reading's hard. It's fundamental, but hard. But we got some more big gun bullets. That'll be useful in a couple. But we are chugging along. We got a couple more rooms. Which I think we're actually coming up on what may actually be the worst enemy in this game. The Chimera. Chimeras are a metric giant pain in the ass. Like, I think I missed... Normally I fight chimeras with Magnum, because that's the most reasonable way to do it. But I think I missed some Magnum rounds around somewhere. But these... But yeah, these fuckers. They're a pain and ugly, and I don't like them. Like, 2 of them took an entire load of shotgun shells to kill. So, I feel like we're gonna be getting a lesson in watch me run away from some shit soon. Although, God damn it. So it's going well. It's okay. Now we're done with that piece of shit. I hate those things. They're creepy, they're weird, they're difficult. Worst enemy in the game. Passcode number 3. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed. Because you have obeyed me. That sounds a bit pompous. I shouldn't talk shit. Rude. Apparently grenade rounds are super useful against these. I normally use the Magnum. So, going well. Power connector switch to the elevator powers off. Power for the elevator has been activated. No, that means y'all. We can take the elevator. Which means that we're coming up to the final boss fight. So, this could be going worse. We're gonna run to that save room real quick. Okay, the game's too loud. Let me go ahead and fix that. That area is particularly loud, so it's probably not so much the game being loud as much as that area is. Oh, apparently I didn't have to deal with that zombie. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, though. Because it's really loud in my headphones, but I'm going through, like, my speakers because of the way I have everything wired up. So I actually have no live monitoring of OBS or anything. We're gonna swap out that and that. And we don't need a combat knife. But what we do need... we don't have. Bro. Huh. Alright. Oh. I thought we had another red herb somewhere in here, but we do not. Oh, I'm stupid. That's how that works. Actually, I'm not damaged, so I'm going to grab one. Okay, I am stupid. I put the crank all the way at the top, so I never saw it again. Alright. Let's go ahead and do a quick save, because this is a part where I think it can get real fucked up real quick. What are we at here? About an hour in, so... Well, dump that off. Alright. Who's ready to head towards the end game? Gotta take a quick swig of my water here. Apparently, to the town I live in, apparently we've had a problem recently with Teflon, or some kind of Teflon-like thing in the water. So I've had to be drinking bottled water, which...
I was looking for you.
Barry.
Barry?
Joe, don't be angry. I wanted you to wait for me.
Barry, don't screw up again like you did when you dropped that rope.
He did fuck up when he dropped that rope, but I normally drink out of like a reusable water bottle because I don't need to be wasting water bottles all the time. And having to drink out of water bottles all the time now. Yeah, I'm a bit miffed about it. It's the second time in under 2 years that it's happened. So, like, I want to know why this keeps happening.
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Why did the soundtrack suddenly go to, like,
well, you don't have to
a
worry about
70s blaxploitation, like, sci-fi movie all of a sudden?
Very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so
New Jersey, right outside Philly.
So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me,
I'm on the Jersey side of the river from Philadelphia, is a better way to put it.
Burn all of them together.
In one of the million little tiny towns that exist around there.
As ordered by Umbrella.
It's...
Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
All these little towns have their own water systems, and some of them, like, get messed up independently of each other.
Under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
I know I made fun of it a moment ago. Kind of into the music, though. It is like kind of
biological
good.
Weapon. What would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So, you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet.
This cutscene goes on for way longer than I thought it was. Like, I thought this was going to be way quicker and continue in the room. I'm sorry, y'all. That went on forever. Oh no, the tyrant. He's both naked and has a giant exposed heart. So if you're making a weapon, generally speaking, part of the biological process is the heart is important.
Tyrant virus is
what my doctor keeps telling me. The heart's important.
Which creates a monster which is much stronger than human beings.
Why would you make it so that it grows with the heart on the outside?
Biological weapon in the world.
That's bad design, y'all.
Experimenting on real people.
This is really beautiful. All this.
That was creepy, Wesker.
Mine.
For the sake of an awful creature?
Don't be upset. All weak people exist to be eaten.
What the kind of logic is that, Wesker? Like, I don't understand the combat usefulness of the tyrant, to be fair. Like, I don't understand how that would be more efficient than sending 1,000 troops somewhere with Humvees and rifles. you know? Like, I get that it's big and intimidating and scary, you got the shock and awe, but, like, it's not, like, it's not indestructible.
Don't come this way! No!
Oh no, the key, I might not be getting the good ending.
It can't control what it does.
So, I'm gonna give you an actual pro strat, not a dumb one like I normally give. The tyrant will get a free shot on you if you do not run immediately away from it. And I've also picked the worst camera angle. Oh God. Oh. Womp, womp, womp. So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when you die, y'all. And I would say no, not ideal. So let's give that another go. Oh no. 13. All right, take 2. Good luck. So despite that performance, it is still like in your best interest to, as soon as you are able to, run away. Which I actually think if you skip that cutscene, you can't run away.
Jill!
We're gonna... It's not...
I was looking for you.
It's not letting me skip.
Barry.
Jill, don't be angry.
So we're just
I wanted
gonna...
you to wait for me.
We're just gonna watch this again, I
Don't
guess.
stop again like you did when you dropped that rope.
I wonder... Why did Wesker have the key? He shouldn't have had the key. I don't know what I did wrong. Because I was fairly certain I was under the, I was on track to get the good ending.
Wesker,
You did a fine job, Barry.
just as
Whew.
I thought.
I think you should stay
We're gonna take
away
a quick
from
drink
the
of water
Barry
while
bit.
we recap on all
I hear that
this.
his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot...
It doesn't
be
seem
made
recent,
public.
though, from that last document, or the one of
That's
the
why having
previous
stars
documents we
nosing
read.
around is
It
so
made it seem like
inconvenient.
the...
So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
It made it seem like the,
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To
The
me,
issue
the monsters
being-
you mention mean nothing.
it happened
I'm
like
going to
a
burn all
good
of
bit
them
ago, and
together
then
with
they
this
reacted.
entire laboratory. I must complete
Joe.
my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Can I really not skip the... Is this unskippable? Damn it, Barry.
Barry's such a fool. He'll
Barry
be under
is
the
a fool,
control of Umbrella
but-
forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family
Like-
as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
Like, that's the thing
So
about
you're
this. Like,
planning
all the
something
shady shit
else?
Barry's been doing is solely because
If you
Wesker's
succeeded
been
in
pulling
developing the
strings.
world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do?
They give you the chance to,
What
like,
if
off
you
Barry
were
a
in
couple
charge?
times
You must
before
stop this now.
point.
You're a brave girl.
Particularly in
But
the
if I were you,
remake.
I wouldn't
In
give
the
up
remake,
such a
you
big
get a
discovery.
chance to, like,
You guys are
kill
idiots.
off Barry
No one
before you know any of
understands its
this.
real value.
So you're
Oh,
going to
you
steal
get browbeaten
all
of,
the
like,
research?
he had a
Better yet,
family.
I'm going to
Which is
show
fun.
you the tyrant.
By the way, the worst thing you can say to a girl in a bar if you're trying to pick her up, I'm gonna show you the tyrant. Not a good pickup line. Don't use that one. It's weird. I know I can skip that.
Virus is a super virus, which creates a monster which is much stronger than human beings. Tyrant is the most powerful biological weapon in the world.
I
You don't
mean,
you're experimenting on real people.
This is really beautiful.
so it's likely
this
that
power will be
like both
mine.
parties didn't have the same script because none of these like lines really cross into each other.
Don't be
Some of them
upset.
do, but
All
not
weak
all of
people
them.
exist to be eaten.
I mean, your mileage may vary. There's a key for every lock, but like on average, that's not a cold open one. That's somebody you know them first. You know, then it might work. All right, let's see if I can fuck this up slightly less. Oh wait, he's gotta kill Wesker first.
What? Don't come this way! No!
No. Love a good no in media. It's always fun to hear a good no. All right, run away, Joe.
Can't control what it does.
Run away, Joe. We're gonna. Can I? No. Okay, it won't let me do that. No. I'm gonna check the audio levels real quick because that's loud to me, so I can't imagine it's any better for anyone else. Okay, no, it's actually not bad. Okay. We're gonna shoot and run. You're not getting me again. Yeah, did I really just kill him in 3 shots? Like, did I? 3. I had to have hit him at least twice in the last round. That means that there was 1 shot between me and beating him. Like, really, though? Hit the wrong button, sorry. Damn it, Wesker. Will you take the lab key? What a miserable death. Looks like this controls the device for the room. There's a door lock switch. Will you press it? Yes. So that's a thing that this game doesn't really tell you in any way other than trying to open the door and it not opening. Said this room's locked when the tyrant breaks out. Which I guess makes sense. What? Know what I think we earned? Go and see what all of those mode discs unlocked. After a short elevator ride. Which, by the way, we're like 5 levels of basement deep, if not more. Like... Yeah, okay. There's only 2 or so locked doors left. 2 or 3 locked doors left. Nope. Can't catch me. Not even bother fighting those stupid chimeras. But here's our reward for dragging those mode discs all over creation, finding all 3 of the passcodes, entering them into this computer, and pressing the panel button too many times. We get more electric organ music. But no, we find the prison. Which...
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris!
So you're okay.
Filled with everybody's favorite boulder-punching
What
madman,
happened to Wesker?
Chris Meat
Let's
Redfield.
talk about it later. Let's get out of here.
But we're at the mad dash for the ending now. Better or worse, we're heading to the ending. Which I gotta say, surprisingly, so far only dying once. I thought it would be more. I thought I'd screw this up further.
Let's go.
What time is it? 8:40, okay. Oh god. Trying to do some quick math in my head, and it wasn't a good idea doing that moment. Grenade these zomboys. No. And how are we doing here?
Jill. Hi, Jill. It's you.
Barry?
I'm really embarrassed to see you now. Just leave me. Go quickly.
It's over, Barry. Wesker's dead.
Is that so? Jill, will you do me a favor? This is my last wish. Please give this photo to my family.
Making a quick note of a thing real quick.
Sure.
Give me, Jill.
So,
My God!
rip to a good one. Barry's picture. It's a blurry photo of a vaguely bearded man and children with no eyes. Barry's picture. Something is written on the back of the picture. My dearest Moira and Polly, I hope you will grow to be strong, beautiful women and help to cheer up your mother. Your father will be watching you all from heaven. Dad. So, did Barry, like, while dying in that corner, decide, like, let me pull up this photo and just kind of, let me with my dying breath, just, all right, let me pen something nice to my daughters. Like, it ain't like he was, like, aware he was
Let's
dying.
get going, Chris. We can't stop.
Like, did he carry... He must have been attacked by those monsters. Oh, I might have made an error. I don't think there isn't. Oh. YOLO, I guess. I thought there was a save point in there. There is not. So, really hope fighting the Tyrant goes well. But I gotta look up the criteria for getting a good ending, because I thought we were on track for that. So for those of us following along, I have very little health items. Enough ammo. I got more than enough ammo. And I'm getting a different ending than the one I thought I was getting. And saved before the first fight. Although no, there isn't going to be a... Never mind. It's going to be easy. I just thought about what's happening. It's going to be easy. I'm not concerned.
Oh no, you must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Oh
Ladies
no.
first.
Go first, Jill.
But Chris...
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I'll leave
and
it
hear
up to
me
you.
out.
See you get
They
in the
both
hell.
get on the elevator. It's like there's no reason for them like to leave one of them behind and not get on the elevator. Like, just both get on. Like, why is he staying behind to fight monsters? Like, other than just, like, getting you by yourself to finish the game. No real reason for it. And it's always kind of bugged me. But, let's get the hell out of here. So, anyone who's played this game before, who's watching this, let me know your opinions of this particular thing. I don't think Brad was a coward. Brad abandoned them in the beginning of the game when the dogs attacked. Thank you. Actually, I have like another hour I've scheduled for streaming, so, or an hour and a half almost. So I think we might actually hop into arrange mode real quick and do a bit of that. So don't. Oh no, you never got the. I'm not even. Like I said, I was under the understanding that we were getting the different ending, but yeah, no. Like, have at it. I don't think Brad's a coward. I think that Brad did the right thing by leaving them. Not necessarily that he did the right thing by leaving them, but by securing the exit. Aww. So, okay, there's a post-credit scene, so we're gonna cut down the music a little bit. So the reason why I say Brad isn't a coward is because Brad's job was helicopter pilot and rear security. If the helicopter falls, there is no exit, meaning that this doesn't happen. They're just stuck there. But because Brad, when they got attacked, took off and took the helicopter out of danger, they were able to survive and escape. Now, granted, leaving them in the middle of the woods is kind of a dick move, but from what I understand from, people who are a bit more into that kind of stuff than I am, it is not, like, abnormal for, like, a helicopter to, get the fuck out of there if there's enemy fire or something. So I don't think Brad's actually a coward. I think, like, he kind of did the right thing. As weird as that sounds. Like, feel free to give your thoughts on it. This is a weird opinion thing of mine. So, like, I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't necessarily think Brad did the wrong thing. Actually, well, let's see if I can actually skip the credits. I can. Tyrant's still alive. That's the bad part of this ending. The Tyrant is still alive. 4 hours, 1 minute, 50 seconds. Number of saves, 13. I actually don't think that's the worst time I could have had. As I'm trying to use the wrong button to select a thing after playing this for 4 hours. Yeah, like, when it's explained like that, it's not the stupidest thing in the world. That, like, Brad could have been, let me turn the game back up before I forget. That Brad kind of has a function for taking the helicopter. But, I mean, in a fan, hero kind of way, like Brad's a coward. But I do think like it was a bit unfair to call Brad a coward. Can I switch modes? We're gonna try something. I may have to reset real quick if it doesn't work. Because I don't know if it'll actually let me. Never mind. I don't think it'll let me pick mode. We're gonna swap out real quick, and we're gonna do
what is this?
An arranged mode.
Wow.
So
what
I'll
a
be
mansion!
Right back. All right, there we go. I've reset. Yeah, I tried earlier to see if there's a way when you're actually in the game to get out of the game, and I couldn't find one, so I had to reset the back out to the beginning. But we're gonna do another round of Jill Arrange. This one's just for a lark, depending on how it goes for the next hour and a half. We're going to skip the opening because we've already seen it. And where they thought they were safe yet.
What is this?
We got the first
Wow.
big change.
What a
Joe's
mansion!
got some stunning new threads.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill,
I-
can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris
I'm
is our
going
old
with you.
partner, you know.
I'm a little annoyed that the
Okay, let me
fact that you
handle
can't
this.
skip cutscenes.
Stay alert!
So this is arrange mode. Arrange mode changes a couple things. I don't particularly remember
Dining
what,
room.
but it changes a couple things. I know it changes music. I think it
What?
changes some item
What is
placement,
this?
obviously, because that crest should be there,
What is it?
and it's not.
Blood.
This is where
Jill,
we see how my memory
see if you
is.
can
'cause
find any other clues.
I
I'll
ain't
be
played
examining
this in a
this.
long time. I
Hope
ain't played
this is
arrange
not
mode in
Chris's
a long,
blood.
long time. But we're gonna see how long I can go before I die. And I'm also gonna show off the alternative way to deal with the first zombie. But you miss the door entirely, get hung up on a chair, and just screw up majorly. But you come back out and talk to Wesker,
Investigate if you hear any gunfire.
who sounds like he recorded his voiceover through like a wall. It sounds like it was only picked up by the microphone in the next room. For some reason in this, his entire microphone sounds like this. But click on the door again and Barry will comment on you being a
Lost
coward.
courage already? It's not like you.
Barry talking shit when, when he's clearly, like, doing some
Who
shit.
is it?
Hey, you! Stop!
Oh, there's definitely different music
Run,
at the very
Jill!
least.
He's insane!
He's insane!
What the hell?
Let's report this to Wesker.
Nope. Wrong way. Do I have a gun? I have a gun. They also did this. The Beretta is now slightly different. Is the the Inox version, which just means it's all shiny and chrome. So yeah, like Director's Cut does change some things. They rearrange stuff, especially on this arrange mode. It's a fun little way to play the game if you've already played.
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
I mean, you're more right than you think you are. The Inox does have a higher critical hit chance, which means that there's also the quickest way to do that Barry thing. Which means that you will randomly get their heads to explode using the pistol rounds.
Find anything, Jill?
Like, Director's Cut
Nothing.
actually did a pretty good job
What
of,
is this all about? I can't
adding
figure it
new
out at
crap.
all.
which is nice.
Beats me, too.
Now it's
I can't
Wesker's
believe you
time to
can't
disappear.
skip these cutscenes.
I don't know what's going on.
Well,
I'm playing on a Raspberry
it can't
Pi,
be helped.
not the original hardware.
Let's search for him separately. I'll check
because
the
my
dining room
I don't
again.
even begin to understand how
Okay,
I'd capture
I'll try
my
the door
PS1.
on the opposite side.
This
And
mansion
obviously
is
I can't capture my
gigantic.
PS3.
We could get
because
into trouble if we get lost.
Sony
We should
decided
start
to
from the
DRM
first
their
floor,
HDMI
okay?
signal.
And Jill,
But
here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking,
I
take it
feel
with
like
you.
it bugs me that you can't. I'm gonna be on this point
Thanks.
for a minute because
Maybe I'll need it.
Sometimes I'm like a dog with a bone with a thought, but yeah.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
But I think we're about to see our first really different camera angle. 'Cause I think this one's different. Yep. Got this cool little, it's in the closet camera angle. Like, Director's Cut was a cool way to change up how this game played and looked, which is nice. And I think this is different as well. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually how I originally experienced this game. I think I originally did play this as Director's Cut. A foot zombie's right there as well, which I forgot about. Okay, we're gonna see if I can slide on by this one. 'Cause I swear if I got by him this time. That's a redemption arc for you if you were here last week. 'Cause last week I said, oh, I'm gonna do the strat of trying to skirt by, and then immediately got bit. It's on my clip space. Go check it out. We're gonna shoot us a doggo. So if you're a fan of doggos, look away. And it's done. We'll have to deal with another one in a second. It's not a lot of ammo to do it. Whew. So that's kind of what I was talking about. I definitely just got a crit on that dog. Because it should not have died that quickly. I was starting to think we might be out of ammo real quick. Grab this little bit of health and take care of the mild wound I have from that feet zombie. And open some doors. Ooh, ammo. Sure, nothing bad will happen if I take this. I could have gone better. Could have gone worse. But yeah, now for once, this bathroom is actually useful. the other thing about this. This whole big-ass mansion, that's the only bathroom. Like, I assume multiple people worked here. At the very least 4. We've seen 4 dead people so far, so at least 4 people worked here. And I'm sure there was more because we're going to encounter more zombies, but... Could really go for one of them crits I was just talking about. There's probably a more reckless way to play, but like, kind of need it to. Oh no. The door is locked. The other door locked. Okay, cool. About to make a Jill sandwich, y'all. Like,
Hey, what's going on?
Jill's a little slow on the pickup.
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please.
The roof's
The door
falling
won't
on me,
open.
Barry.
Quick!
Do
Stay away from
something.
the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down. Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
The lost captain and Chris. Like,
Thank you, Barry.
how about all
Yeah,
of Bravo
yeah.
team? I do think that's a flaw, and it may be a technological flaw of this this game. Okay, I know what I did wrong to get the bad ending. Oh, it's definitely, you know, the best acting. We should lord them with awards. I think actually they just found the actress who played Jill. I think she wants to be, you know, left to her own thing because, you know, she's a private person. Her privacy should be respected. But I think they just kind of figured out who the actress was who played her. Because that's apparently been lost to history for the most part. It's going a little sideways. Okay. But I think they just found the actress who played her, the unknown Inez. Because I think all of the actors from the original Resident Evil have all kind of been lost. There's a way better camera angle. Really, though? This narrow-ass corridor. They're gonna put 2 zombies in here. Lost my train of thought of what I was saying before the acting bit. Oh, I looked it up real quick while that scene was going on. I didn't wait for Barry. Why is it broken shotgun? Oh, right. Had I waited for Barry when he dropped the rope, I would have gotten the good ending. So, that was the fatal flaw in my plan. Gonna drop off everything but what we have right here. And I'm going to save real quick because we're going to take a quick like, quick 5-minute, like, so I can get up, stretch. Actually, I wanted to save to the other card, just in case. So I can get up and stretch, alright? So, I'll be back in about 5 minutes at about 9:10. Go, stretch, get a drink of water, something, grab a snack. Just chill out for about 5 minutes. Alright, there we go. Everything's back on. Alright. Had to check and make sure the stream was working right. All that good stuff. As I punched my microphone. Sorry. But we got about an hour and a half. I'm going to see how far we can actually get. Because we're also going to be kind of YOLOing it. And missing. I think I was in a frame he couldn't grab me at. I think because I was like so far on those stairs, he couldn't grab me. But fat load of good it did. He did vomit on me. Son of a bitch. I forgot the ink ribbon. So let's get rid of that real quick. And all these bodies. So lately, for whatever reason, I don't remember what started it, but throughout the week I've been rewatching the Netflix Marvel shows. Holy shit. Like, I forgot how good both The Defenders and Luke Cage was. Like, I really enjoyed all 3 seasons of Jessica Jones. I really enjoyed all 3 seasons of Daredevil. Both seasons of Punisher. Iron Fist was also a show. But man, The Defenders and Luke Cage were both so good, but Luke Cage ends on such like a bad note where it's like, no, I want to know like, well, I think for Sundays, I'm not 100% sure. Any suggestions? I was thinking for the week it was gonna, or for the weekday games, I was gonna do a run of Chris, because it looks like this is only gonna take me like 2 parts on Sunday to beat the original, and like 5 or 6 parts for a week. So I figure a month ain't too long to be playing the same game, or 2 months ain't too long. And it's games I know. But I'm thinking BioShock next. Really enjoy that one. I think that's a fun game, and Survivor's on the list. Don't worry, Survivor's on the list. And on my profile, if you have games you want to suggest to me, throw it on the suggestion box. I put that on my profile. Feel free to use that to suggest games, because I'm open to playing things I haven't played before. While I do enjoy the familiarity of these, this is also partly me going, I know these games and can play them. Therefore, I won't look stupid by dying a bunch of times. I feel like they took stuff out of that hallway, but I can't remember. But yeah, like if you have like suggestions, but don't worry, yeah, Survivor's on the list. Because nobody plays Survivor, and I think that'll be fun. Yeah, to BioShock or Survivor being on the list. Because you've brought up Survivor a couple times, so I'm starting to get the feeling that you're a bit of a fan of that one. Either that, or you want to watch me try my hand at a really, like, not bad. I don't want to say bad. Bad seems wrong. Holy crap, there are so many zombies, and they are very fast. This is going pear-shaped. Okay. Everybody in some stage of dead or die. Oh, really? Really, though? Oh, that went well. Whew. Football Manager. I don't know if that's a real thing, and I fear, and fear is the right word, fear that it is a real thing. Although, technically speaking, I do own BioShock. Or not, oh, god damn it. I do own FIFA. I don't know how I confuse BioShock and FIFA. I've got like 50 different plates in my head going. I do own FIFA on the Epic Store because they gave it away free. Like, I don't understand soccer. I don't play soccer. Like, that one could be fun for a Sunday of just 3 hours. I died again. This is what happens when I talk about soccer. But yeah, I have FIFA. Maybe I'll throw that on for a Sunday one day. And just, like, run through that. Or, not run through, I guess. But give a try to that one. Oh, that makes it sound so much worse. I thought it was bad, but like Spreadsheet Manager the game sounds so much worse. Oh no. Oh no. You know that's a thing I don't like. Like oh no. So, I'm about to gonna take that first aid spray with me. And I think we might be playing a little bit of not kill everything in my path. Although I think the least zombies I can kill to get where I'm going would be 3 to 4. Let's see how it goes for me. Oh, man. I'm reeling at the idea of a spreadsheet football management game. Like, that sounds terrible. Like, I think FIFA does sound actually better to play. Like, for people not to know, I'm not a sports guy. Like, to each their own. If that's what you like, that's what you like. Good on you. I hope you have fun with it. I am not a fan. I do not sports. I will say they do a good job of there's this little barely audible click when your gun runs empty that really helps to know when, like, oh no. If anybody wanted to complain about Resident Evil camera angles, the director's cut does not necessarily make that problem better. Makes it different. I hope I find some ammo soon. Or a key. Or anything. Because... Okay, I found a dog. That's certainly something. Because I've done better. I've done better on this. I know it's hard to tell from my current playing, but I've done better before at this game. I don't even know if it's worth saving right now, because it's like, I don't know if I want to be locked into a save here. So there are several dogs in that room now. That's a problem for future Ralph. Oh, I didn't want to waste that bullet. How are you still alive, bro? there's ammo in here. Not much of it, but a little. Let's, surprise zombie. He ain't that bad. He ain't bad. He ain't nothing. So, I have a little bit of ammo now, at least. We can at least put up a fight before something murders me quickly. Although, I feel like I've been in almost every room I could have gone to so far. Or every room I can unlock. And... oh yeah, so because I had the zombie come into the room with me, he finished eating and ate the other half of Kenneth. So yeah, that's a fun little aside. If he eats all of Kenneth's legs, and it screws you out of the ammo, because I just realized the other part of that. Let's do this bit, I guess. Like, not that many rooms I can get into. I haven't played Director's Cut in, like, a game of actual, like, full-on Director's Cut arranged mode in a very long time, and I don't remember where anything is anymore. I didn't think it would be this bad. Like, I didn't think I'd have this much trouble, but it's time for a musical interlude of Moonlight Sonata. Okay, the gold emblem's still here. That's some kind of progression, I guess. Alright, so the only other thing that I can think of that we have access to at this moment would be... I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna bring up the map. Alright, that room's locked. Alright, that room in the top left corner is locked by helmet. The one to the right of it is the lion room, which I don't have either, so there's no point going in there. The one past that is the plant. The one below it is the, leads to the basement. That can't be accessed until you get the, helmet key. Alright. Let's go, let's go see what our old friend the crows are doing. Let's go do a puzzle. Maybe that's a changed item now. Is there literally just nothing here? Yeah, there's just a hollow space where a shield used to be. Some blood and the clock. That's really all there is in this room now. Yeah, let's go investigate the crow room. Maybe that has the answers we seek. Because I can't think of where anything else would be here. I'm sure it didn't, like, soft lock the game or nothing. Like, I don't think it's possible. Like, the way the flags are all set up in this game. Like, you can do anything you want in any order. As long as it all kind of falls into the same level of gameplay. So I don't think I, like, soft-locked anything, or... But... Oh, God. We get a F in the chat for Jill. Cause it's a third. Well, apparently Bill's buddies are getting revenge on me because I keep going down like. And I think I saved a while ago. Whew. Like, I'm doing Jill dirty today. Apparently, like, I mean, oh god damn it. Okay, so this actually isn't. It seems like that, doesn't it? All right. So this isn't the worst thing in the world, because we're actually closer to the room I was talking about, and I already know what's in the other rooms. So we're going to go back this way. Well, instead of dying, we'll call it fast travel. Which, fast travel is a weird thing in a lot of games. I'm not, like, hey, we made this big, giant, open-world game. I'm just going to blow through the puzzle because I already explained it before. Like, hey, we spent all this time making this really pretty game with these big, you know, giant worlds. Exactly, that... I hope that's what y'all come here for, is the extreme speedrunning strats that I do. I definitely am not the kind of person who hates speedruns. Like, I cannot get into it. I am not good at them. Like, speedrun shot my pa. I don't know what to tell you about it. Like, I think I actually... I'll see if I can dig up the picture and post it up on my Twitter or something. But I have beaten this game in 45 minutes before. Oh, I didn't read that at all. Yeah, middle-aged man, sure. Worst comes to worst, crows. Like, I haven't died yet. But yeah, no, like, I'm not a fan of speedruns. But it isn't the worst idea to reset the clock every now and again with a Resident Evil game. Oh, that's not what I wanted it to be. No, you're staying there. So what's under overall next time I play this, completely forgetting I didn't pick that up and it's still in there. I'm actually a little confused now because I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. We might be in the start clicking on doors and hoping for the best part of this. And I was actually considering making myself a drink instead of drinking water. I just bought some rum today. So I had rum with my coffee and donuts. I didn't need to go in here. They can be. I can see how people can find it fun. I just find it frustrating. Like, I could never do a real speedrun of original Resident Evil 3. But, like, there's a lot of people who love that one for speedruns because it has, like, hardcore bullshit RNG. Like, I couldn't do it, but, like, there are some people out there, they love that shit. More power to them. Like, realistically. Like, if that... I'm not gonna yuck your yum. I've done it before to, like, complete games. Because I've completed, like, some of the older Resident Evil games and, like, some of the more modern ones, but... But yeah, like, I don't, like, the speedrunning one's always the... I thought so. The speedrunning sounds on the games are always, like, the last thing I do. I think it's, like, one of, like, the 3 or so achievements I have left to do in Villas. Like, I think it's that and get 30 enemies to be killed by other enemies. Like that one, I've been just having a hard time figuring out how to do it. I've been told there's a way, I just don't know what it is. We're gonna see what's up here, because I got a feeling might be important, but it definitely looks like a goddamn crest. I'm going to wind up getting half the crest in this game before I find a single key. Is that how this is gonna go? Nope, I won't. Whew. All right, I've got 6 bullets. At this point, I'm willing to just click on doors that I don't know where they go. So, I remember where the plant chemical is in this. I remember where the shield key is, because the shield key, I think, is always in the same place, no matter what. Where's everything else in this game? I'm gonna blame Bill for hiding this all on me, but... I might actually be at a point where I should bring the knife with me. Huh. Alright, so I found what appears to be 2 different crests. We're gonna run from some dogs, because I got 99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one. Huh. Oh, fuck it. Going in here first. I'll deal with those zombies in a minute. I mean, the only good thing about, like, pretty much killing everything in your wake in a Resident Evil game is... Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I don't have a shotgun shell this time. Is that they don't respawn, really. There's only certain areas where zombies respawn. And pretty much just that bit in the lab we saw earlier. And realistically, like, I don't need to kill this zombie. Pardon me. I don't need to kill this zombie, because I'm never coming back in this room again. There's never any reason to. If you want their shotgun shells, you probably should kill that zombie, though. I'm gonna check in here. I doubt there's anything in there, but I'm gonna pop in real quick and check. Like, okay. Yeah, we don't have any of the eyes, so it ain't like we can do anything. I think this might have devolved into a blind playthrough, because I know the basic bits of the game, but I don't know where anything is right now. Which is interesting. I don't normally have this, I don't usually get this for a Resident Evil game. I get this like once a year when a Resident Evil game comes out. Although I am looking forward to trying a couple new games coming up. Son of a bitch, it is the Starcrest. Where? I'm I'm starting to actually get a little frustrated. Huh. This store? This store's armor, I think. Or helmet. Armor, okay. Go check on Forest. See if that's unlocked. Maybe there's something out there. At the very least, I'll have a grenade launcher. You know, these grenade launchers in video games are a lot like a jet ski in real life. You can't be sad on a jet ski. It's not humanly possible. Couldn't tell where that door was. And I kind of looked away, not gonna lie. Huh. Okay. Got the bazooka. Oh, there's something else here. Oh, no. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight his dumbass. I didn't want to do that. Come on, Forrest. Take your medicine. There we go. Forrest was our team member. Hey, we have a matching key. We got this one. We got the armor key. Yay. Yay. Finally, a goddamn key. Carving of armor. The music sounded weird.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on?
I like how that
Any
cutscene was
clues?
definitely meant to happen when you come out
but
this door.
something's wrong with this house.
But because, for whatever reason, it's like, oh, just
This hall
spawn
is
it when
dangerous.
that happens. And have
Maybe
me
it's
run
better to
down the
secure our
hallway.
escape route
Very
first.
awkward run.
There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's separate again.
Just a moment. I
Barry
found
always
something.
looking for that back door.
What is it?
It's a weapon.
Barry's really into that
It's
back door, y'all.
really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
You got the acid rounds. All right, we have the armor key now. So let's go do some armor key shit. Let's hit this room that's right immediately below me, because that's the one I always forget is an armor room key, and I wind up running around the mansion with the key going, what's the last lock for this? So we'll go take care of that right now. There's nothing really important in this room. You've used the armor key. There's nothing important in here. Just ammo wasting. And a little bit more ammo. I know he's gonna get up, so... There we go. That crit rate, like, it is a thing, like, that crit rate does matter. It does help. They do throw a lot more enemies at you in this one. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, a lot more zombies this time around. Like, I think there's even going to be 2 in here instead of the 1 that was in here. No. Don't need an ink ribbon. I wonder if the closet's open. Y'all think the closet's open? We're gonna check and see if the closet's open in a sec. The closet's open. So this was a director's cut thing where you have access to the costumes right away. We have Chris's default costume and Jill's default costume, Chris's alt costume, and Jill's alternative costume. Go ahead and change it. It's Casual Friday, y'all, or Casual Sunday, y'all. We're gonna get into a casual outfit, which apparently has 50 zippers on it, because that's all those sound effects were. Zippers and rubbing fabric. Yeah, here's the outfit. Like, it's unlocked immediately from the beginning, and you can just play with it. So, yeah, we changed outfits. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to show that off, but figured I'd check it out. Alright, so that's one helmet room, or armor room down. However many more to go. If I can ever find the door behind this weird modern art. Realistically, the one puzzle I know where it is, or the one puzzle I know is like kind of ready to go, I don't have the piece for it. It's that piano puzzle with the hidden room. I can't do that, which seems like an easy one to like run back and do. I can't really do that until I have the what's it called? The crest. Because kind of pointless to do that puzzle until you have the crest. Maybe it's in here. So, like, I've evangelized it before, but, like, the DS version of this game does add all these, like, extra things from the director's cut and whatnot, and arranged mode and all that. But more importantly, it changes some of these puzzles up to utilize, like, the DS's technology, like the touchscreen and all that. And it actually does, like, because that's kind of, like, the only thing that's kind of meh about the director's cut. The puzzles are all the same. Like, in all reality, like, every puzzle we did previously is going to be the same thing. But it's going to be, you know, easy, because we can just run through it. You know, aside from the difficulty spike that happens in director's cut. I'm not even gonna bother fighting that dude. He's gonna be one of those zombies I wind up leaving for a long time. Because we're gonna dump this off, and then we're gonna go get that armor door up there. Possibly, no, just one armor door. But we're gonna go take care of that real quick after I drop off some crap in the item box, of course. We're lugging around a little bit of stuff. Don't need the grenade launcher or the ammo for it just yet. So we're gonna drop that off there. Shotgun shells, we're gonna keep those around. Gonna drop off that. That should be good, since we've actually made some progress. Here's what bullets look like. Since we've actually made some progress, I'm going to save real quick. Because I'm surprised that I didn't die again. I think we're all a little surprised I didn't die again. It was getting hairy there for a moment. By the way, that's also, if you walk away from a Resident Evil game for a little bit and you don't remember what difficulty you're playing on, the color of the save will tell you. The color of the save often pertains to mode and difficulty. So you know. Like, it's... all of this is just kind of like... there's gotta be a zombie in here. Because I think that... for everything that I misremembered the first time through, let's keep all of those in mind for all of the... oh no. Huh. Oh, wait. I was semi-right. It's like, at this point... there we go. I'd rather him bite me because I can find health items than waste the bullets on him. Because I do not have the bullets to waste. Alright. Let's get rid of that slot. Let's take the old lighter. I've never been overly into brass Zippos. Like brass lighters. Like, I carry a Zippo style lighter. I've never been into like the brass ones. Like the ones that are just straight up brass. For whatever reason, never been a thing I've been too into. I've always been more of a fan of like plain silver, like matte black. Although, I do actually carry a... oh. I do carry a silver, or a gold colored stars lighter. I thought that zombie was dead. I'm not crazy. Like, I did kill that one. I didn't think it would respawn. That's some Icarus I've flown too close to the sun's type stuff. So, luckily we weren't far. Oh, never mind. All right. Take two. I was just boasting that, like, oh, I'd rather get bitten than waste the ammo. That's what I get. It's hubris. Although I just realized my lighting makes a little less sense all of a sudden. Because I do the blue light over here because I'm playing Zill's campaign. When I play Chris's, I'm going to have a green light coming in, and when I wasn't sure who I was playing yet, I had a red light. Okay, he's dead. We can all agree he's dead. But I changed the costume, and Jill has absolutely no blue in her costume anymore. Nothing special. Researchers will. Before we get started on that, I'm going to take a quick swig of water because my throat's a little dry. Water. Researchers will. My dear Alma, the fact that you have received this letter is both a joy and a sadness for me. I could not even talk to you because of that guy in the sunglasses. Alma, be calm and read this. I think I've told you that I moved to a pharmaceutical company's lab. They headhunted me last month. There was an incident in the lab, and the virus we were studying escaped. All my colleagues who were infected by the virus are dead. To be accurate, they've become the living dead. They still wander around. Some of them are knocking on my door. desperately right now. Oh, well, I added a period that wasn't there. As I don't know why I'm reading this one. I stopped reading them for the second play. But, yeah, we're done. So the first part of that wasn't in the original. So, at the very least, I'm glad I read that bit. Same puzzle as before. I just don't know what's going to be the prize. I don't know what's at the bottom of this box of Cracker Jacks. That's right, Cracker Jacks are a reference I make because I'm old. Leave me be about that. That's I ain't seen Cracker Jacks in a while. Are Cracker Jacks still a thing? I'd forgotten about that. Director's Cut actually makes the crest 5 items instead of 4. Because they break one in half. Nope. I'm gonna pop out this door and then pop back in and I should be able to get around him. We'll see how well this goes. Okay, it didn't. Alright, he's dead. We can all agree that zombie is dead. Let's keep that same energy when I exit this room. Because in all reality, the only thing I need, like capital N-E-D, need, out of all 3 of these rooms, is that damn half a crest. Like, everything else in here was optional for the most part. I think the lighters... I don't think I need the lighter for anything. Okay, that zombie stayed dead this time. So we have that going for us. But, let's go ahead and get rid of this dude here. Or shoot the wall a couple times and... Alright, I got a crit. That counts. Crit. That counts. I'm taking it. Alright, let's set some shit on fire. But we get a map. Alright, second floor map. That's mildly useful. Especially since it looks like I'm actually going to have to use it. But what do we got? We have one more puzzle we can definitely do right now. And 2 more helmet or 1 more... I keep saying helmet, I mean armor. We got another armor thing we can go take care of as well. So I'm going to dump off some stuff. That's going to have to be good because I think I pretty much am going to need everything I have with me in the near future. Particularly that health. But we're heading to a place that has a lot of health in it. So... What's funny is you actually can navigate the mansion in the remake doing the dog hallway and this hallway I was just in once. Like, if you path it correctly, you only have to go through that whole area once. And I was right, that is where the chemical is. I'm like having like halfway... Oh no. Actually, I want to pick up a health first. I'm going to pick up 2 healths and then that chemical. I'm gonna... Sometimes you gotta pick up a thing and forget to put it together. That happens. It's happened to the best of us. You know? But we're gonna get nice and back to full health. We're gonna grab that chemical. We're gonna go play some piano. I keep accidentally clicking on that boiler I don't intend to click on. And we're gonna ignore that dog altogether. What time we got here? Do a quick time check. Alright. We're just under 10 o'clock. We got about another 30 minutes or so. I want to once again thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate all of you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for lurking if you're lurking. All of it's appreciated. Like, I greatly appreciate it. With my unofficial public speaking class. Or not class. Training? Trying to get better at? I'm not really sure what the correct term for that would be. Exposure therapy? I don't know. But either way, thank you all for being here. I do greatly appreciate it. We're gonna go murder a plant. Oh, this is not good. So, this is a problem with this game. And the early Resident Evil, by and large, is that... Excellent. You can get stun locked by a zombie. Or 2 zombies, rather. Because one can bite you, but because they don't have collision with each other, they only have collision with you and the environment. You can actually get stun locked by being bitten over and over and over again. So if you can't hit the zombie, don't auto-aim at it. You're embarrassing me in front of the internet. You can get stun-locked by zombies. I got lucky there where it didn't happen exactly like that, but, like, I've had times where I've gone from full health to dead because 2 zombies just kept biting me no matter how fast I wiggled the sticks and pressed buttons. I couldn't break it. What the F is that? Oh. We're gonna do a little bit of health management right quick. Because I had to waste more health items than I'm comfortable with that, those 2 zombies. I like how for the most part you can just... I feel like, I don't know if it comes across on the mic, but I'm just hammering away at the action button to get through these like menus. Just like, my thumb is gonna be so strong. It's gonna beat up the other thumbs. Combine these, which is something that this is very much a Resident Evil thing. And I also think a big barrier of entry for these games. If you do not feel like doing the constant item management, then Resident Evil might not be for you. You got the Suncrest. I once again am not going to take it. Because I just realized I need an item slot open, and I'd rather have those 2 health than go back through this hallway up here with the dogs and deal with them. Although this game, I'm not particularly good at, but this one you actually can effectively fight the dogs with the knife. Like, the combat knife is a reasonable way to fight the dogs. Because you can hit them once, run up, and you just keep going at them. But, yeah. Like, it's a reasonable way to fight the dogs. Let's play us a little piano. Moonlight Sonata. It's a pretty song, I mean, at least it has that going for it. Bum, bum. I think it's funny, I play music and whatnot, and for some reason it's never been one that's like been on my list of like, oh, I should learn that on, you know, guitar or bass. Like, cause I don't play piano. It's hard. The 2-hand thing throws me. But I've never tried to like learn the Moonlight Sonata in any measure, which is surprising because I'm a fan of this game. I say it like I stepped in sun this game. Ugh. Alright, let's go see what we get for moving the clock. I wonder if this one has the extra puzzle for, like, Red Shirt. I don't remember what version I was introduced in, but there's an extra puzzle you can do where if you save Red Shirt, you get a time, and you come back to the clock and enter it into the clock, and a box of shotgun shells just falls out of the sky. Like, it's kind of dumb, but, like, it's funny. Like a box of shotgun shells will just fall out of the sky on you as a reward for guessing the right time. I think the time was like 8:15 or something, too. But, because that's a thing, I think I actually remember it. Run away! So I actually screwed up just now. Didn't intend to go in the store. I was too busy telling a story about a puzzle that I don't think is in this version. But while we're here, we're going to drop off one of those health items. I don't need both of them. And I feel like we got a little bit done, so we're gonna use the save here. Save our progress. Memory card 2. Figure it's easy to tier this stuff. And dump that back off and run like a coward from these dogs again. Alright. Get our run on. Use the armor key. This isn't like expressly where I wanted to go. Somewhere we can go though. And somewhere that might be mildly useful. Oh my, very useful. Get handgun bullets, a magnum. A magnum for me to waste all of the ammo on super early. Because I've put no effort into ammo conservation in this run. And more shotgun shells. Okay, this was a useful room. And now to run from dogs again, like a coward. Because I do not have the pistol ammo to kill them, and I'm not wasting the shotgun ammo to do it. But let's go put this in here, because I got a feeling this is going to give us a key. I was right. It did give us a key. It gave us the shield key, I believe. Yep. Gave us the shield key. Yay. These are going to look way better when I get around to painting them. But I printed them the other day. I was real proud of them, so I figured I'd show them off. Which I have actually, like, kind of resolved myself to, you know, when I do a full playthrough of a game, I ought to 3D print stuff and hang it in the background from the game. And that'll get me better at modeling stuff, because that's something I don't know how to do. So, pay attention for that coming later. I might be hanging random shit. Like if I do Bioshock, I might like print up a splicer mask or like a Rapture logo, like the city logo. Because that'll be fun. We actually need one item that I said is effectively useless we need to go get. Before we can use and get rid of the shield key. I'm probably being paranoid about it. Sorry, my headphones are constant, and I don't mean to be constantly touching my head, but like, my headphones are slowly escaping. That zombie looked like he was like half a foot closer. I don't know if that's a real thing or me just being paranoid about it. I'm not a fan either way. But let's pop in here and grab us. We need the lighter. Realistically should drop off the Magnum, because I don't want us to use the ammo for it yet. And I'm also going to dump these rounds out, because I think we're going to need the item space. That look good? That looks good. Well, if it isn't good, it ain't like like it's the first time I've screwed up on the stream. I've been doing not great with this one. But I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not good at video games. I enjoy them. I'm not good at them. Like, I'm not one of those people I can do challenges or like, you know, like hardcore speed run. Like, I'm not gonna be like, he was definitely closer a moment ago. Yeah, very much like I'm a story mode guy. Like, there's games that I've 100% completed and stuff. And games I've come real close to it but there's something that I didn't want to finish. Far Cry 3 is one where it's like, I really enjoyed that game. I loved looking for all the dumb little shit in that game, all the like lost letters and packages and like totems and stuff. I think there were totems in that game. I got like 93% after finishing the story, and I did all the hunting. And then I got to a point where I'm like, I hate the driving in this game. It is bad. It controls bad. It feels bad. I don't like doing it. It kicked my dog, and I didn't want to do any of it. So that game is forever at 93% on my PS3. Like, that's 93% completion. And I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I forgot the lighter. I made all this big stink about grabbing the lighter and forgot it entirely. But yeah, Far Cry 3 is one of those games where it's like, the story of it was fun. Voss was a really interesting villain. The location looked great. The douchey college kids that he played as were douchey college kids. Great, I loved it. But, like, I could not do it with that driving. That driving was so bad. Like, we're in a post-GTA world. There's no excuse for bad driving in a video game anymore. Like, I get, like, if every game company can rip off the Arkham combat, where it's just like the Batman really frenetic, really fast and flowy, like, combat mechanics, y'all can rip off the Grand Theft Auto driving.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
Terrible demons.
You're wounded.
Ouch.
What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
It's my favorite line in this whole game. Richard just going, ouch. Like, no real inflection, no effort. Just, ouch. Which, I'm particular. Okay. I didn't really look at the screen while it gave me that map icon. For a second, I thought it was telling me to go somewhere else. I was about to say, arrange mode, you tricky bastard. There's more. Richard might be my favorite bad voice actor in all of this, though. It's like, of all of the bad voice acting in this game, Richard is the one where it's like the most phoned in. Everybody else puts some effort in. Oh, damn it. Richard puts no effort in. Richard's just like, ouch. Terrible demon. Like, no fucks were given by that voice actor. Absolutely none. I know that isn't how the memory of this game goes, but I'd like to think I just confused that dog by not running the other way. Like, the dog didn't expect me to go back up these steps. It's a PS1 game, it's not that brilliant, but my heart of hearts, I like to think that... Go through the damn door while I'm talking. My heart of hearts, I like to think that dog got confused. But yeah, now, let's... Like, this game is rife with bad voice acting, but to a point, I kind of think the bad voice acting adds to the experience. Like, it's a B-movie. It's, you know, Plan 9 from Outer Space, or like, any of those kinds of movies. It's, you know, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Here's the serum! Richard, hold on! I'll give you a shot now!
So bad that it's good.
Jill,
it's exactly what it is.
My radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill,
no!
Be careful.
I feel like Richard could have given us more information on what's upcoming. I also like how it definitely just is a big, like, bite mark right here. Like, I've been bitten by a snake before, and I don't remember the markings that it left on me when it bit me. But I feel like it wasn't just, like, a giant, like, mouth shape. Like, I don't remember that being a thing. But yeah, a lot of the acting in these games, oh god. Absolutely not. We are not doing that. I did not expect 2 of them. I just want to get rid of this key real quick. We're not going in there yet. We ain't ready for what's in there. We're not ready. Actually, I might just say YOLO and we might go in there. Ink ribbon, that's far less exciting than the pistol ammo that was in here last time. There we go, there's some of that sweet, sweet pistol ammo. I always thought these plates hanging up here, like, I always thought they looked like planets. Like, the graphics always looked in such a way where it looked like a diorama of planets. I thought that's a weird thing to have in this attic. Like, weird dining, like, servants' quarters dining room, I guess. But we got some acid rounds. Those could be useful. Let me think. What do we have? We have... How much time do we have left? About another 10 minutes, so... In the last... I think, Hold on. We're gonna do real quick. I think we got time for about one more thing of 2 that I gotta do here. We're gonna... Some options. Snake. Full description. Whoa, keyboard. Alright. That's not working for me. My keyboard wants to disobey. But first person to hop in this chat and tell me whether we should fight the snake or go gather the emblems that I've been ignoring is what we'll do with the last 10 minutes. Ready, go. Like, first answer I see. While I run back to the item box. Because I think we got time for one or the other. Snake's on a plane. That's close enough to snake. So I'm going to go grab some weaponry. We're going to save, because I've been dying a lot lately. And we're going to fight us a snake. We're going to fight us a big-ass snake. what I'm not gonna need for fighting a big ass snake. What the? Where did? I forgot I had those pistol rounds in there. We're gonna grab us some more acid rounds and our bazooka. We're gonna dump off this dumbass lighter. And then I'm gonna close the box accidentally. Because controllers are hard. Yeah. Let's go fight. Let's go fight a snake. Go teach that snake what for. All right. Snakes on a Plane, though, like, I was thinking about that movie the other day. Like, that is a dumb fucking movie. Like, I get that Samuel Jackson is in a place in his career where he doesn't have to read the script before he does a movie. If they give a valid paycheck and it looks like it might be something interesting or fun, I don't think he cares. I think he just does it based on those. But man, Snakes on a Plane was garbage. Like, he must have needed to put a new roof on his house or something. Like, he didn't want to pay out of pocket for it. Because I don't understand how you read that and go, this is what I'll spend my time and energy on. We're gonna grab these health items too, of course. I don't think it'll hurt having them. Let's see if we can't go get Joe killed again. So what's the under over on me dying by this snake? What do y'all think? Because could go either way. I'll be real with you. Not overly confident. Okay, this is definitely different music because I don't remember this. And it is A. Okay, I can miss altogether. So I'm poisoned and almost dead. So we're gonna mix those up. Oh shit. Whew. I probably shouldn't have used that heal, but whew. Whew. I thought I was dead. Come on, Snake, go back in your hole. Banishing you to the Shadow Realm. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right? Like, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't make references to shit I don't know. I don't do it often, but occasionally a meme will jump out at me.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum.
I like how they couldn't give her sensible, like, sneakers. They need to give her bright blue sneakers. Sorry, Papa Barry's gonna make it all better. There we go. So yeah, if you get hit during that fight, you'll probably be teleported here. unless you're playing as Chris, that's something different, and I'm sure we'll see it at a later date.
Barry!
But
Barry?
so yeah, Barry saves you from being poisoned by the snake. But we're going to drop off some stuff. And we're going to do a little bit of running around. Actually, I'm going to leave the big guns here. Because I think we've killed most of everything here. Aside from them damn dogs. And I'm not going back in that hallway. Outside of the immediate now, because I have to run through there, but... yeah. Let's go collect those, let's go collect those items. See if we can remember where they all are. As I juke all of those dogs. I've been doing pretty good. I've gone through there like 3 or 4 times, and I've only been hit once. Which I see as a win. Everybody else can kind of feel how they're going to feel about it. I see it as a win. We got the sun, the moon. What do we need now? Heart and fire. That was always a shitty power for Captain Planet, right? Like heart? Like that was a bad one. I don't fully understand, like, the usefulness of heart. I almost ran right by one of them while I was trying to remember where they all were. Alright, we have the sun, the moon, the stars. We just need the wind. And the wind is actually right by where we're gonna go. I wonder... From what I hear, these early Resident Evil games 1, 2, and 3 are not that difficult to mod. Wouldn't mind trying my hand at that. Like, try to make a, try to do some, like, character and environment models for this stuff, because I don't hear it's, like, incredibly difficult. Like, in the scheme of, like, modern computers and whatnot. For 1996, I'm sure this was pretty hard to make. Wasn't a thing you could do at home with a consumer-grade computer. But, you know. I wonder how hard it would be to mod these. Make a Ralph mod for one of these games. But I think that about does it, because I think this is a good natural stop. We fought the big-ass snake. Well, actually, first, we did the caves, we did the labs, we fought the tyrant, we died a bunch of times. Well, I died a bunch of times. I'm not going to put that on y'all. I died a bunch of times. And we started a range mode, which I still clicked on the wrong memory card. But all right. I think that does it for today. I would like to thank everyone who came in, everyone who chatted, and everyone who lurked. Like, I'm real glad y'all are here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for games you want me to play, or things I could be doing better, things I'm doing good, or anything like that, questions, comments, concerns, my profile is a suggestion box. Feel free to put stuff in there. Don't be a jerk about it. You can follow me on Twitter, Ralph V Gaming. You can follow me on Instagram at Ralph V Gaming. You can follow me on TikTok at Ralph V Gaming. See a theme here? Don't follow me in real life. That's not cool. But yeah, I had fun. I hope you all did too. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back Tuesday with either the final part or the penultimate part of Resident Evil HD for Jill. We're going to finish up Jill's campaign. We're going to do Chris's campaign. Then we're going to move on to another game. I'm thinking BioShock 1, but any other suggestions are more than welcome. It won't be Football Manager Simulator 2017. That sounds like it would put me to sleep. But once again, I'm glad that you're all here. I'm glad that y'all came out. I'm glad that y'all chatted with me. Hope to see you next time. Have a good night.